watching the News Hour Special Edition.
Viewers, on Friday we showed you an unprecedented political sting that exposed how political parties can potentially and literally acquire the stamp of secularism in the open market. Top Muslim cleric close to Mamta-led TMC in Bengal has made some sensational admissions. The cleric is caught admitting that he takes money to provide a secular certificate to his clients. In fact, the cleric has even named a price to guarantee Muslims ka saath.
An influential cleric exposing the rot in Indian politics.
ऐसे रैली निकाला जा सकता है पैसा देके?
हम तो निकाल देंगे अगर आर बीजेपी करेगी तो। माल देना हमको नहीं चाहिए, रुपया दे। हम तो खुल के बोल रहे हैं, जमा हो जाएंगे मुसलमान।
कितने लोग आ पाएंगे फिर?
अरे कम से कम 4-5 लाख आदमी तो कहीं नहीं जाएगा भाई।
अरे ये 4-5 लोग लाख जो आएंगे, पैसा वैसा आप मैनेज करवा देंगे, लेकिन ये वोट में कन्वर्ट होगा?
बिल्कुल कैसे नहीं, वोट से हिल जाएगी गवर्नमेंट, वोट में कन्वर्ट नहीं होगा कैसे?
Secular tag is being sold for hard cash.
ये बंगाल में हमेशा से होता रहा है कि पूरा ये 28% ये मुस्लिम वोट जो है, ये हमेशा पैसा का खेल हुआ है।
बिल्कुल हुआ है। इसी मर्तबा इलेक्शन में अगर मुसलमान नहीं वोट देते तो फेंका जाती। माया इमाम चाहिए, शाही इमाम माया।
बहुत हो गया शाही।
हाँ, माया आ गया। अब शाही इमाम माया है, बुखारी भी आ जाएगा, जहाँ वहाँ फेंक देगा 5 करोड़, वो भी बोलेगा।
Muslim voters totally cheated.
भूखा नंगा मुसलमान क्या करेगा बेचारा? खाएगा, वोट डालेगा। मोदी जी जिंदाबाद। मोदी मोदी जैसे वो करता ना, अली या तो मोदी हो गया।
आप निकाल लेंगे सर 4-5 लाख लोग?
मेरी स्पीच से बदल जाएगा मामला। शर्त यह है कि हम स्पीच करेंगे, मजमा जबरदस्त रहेगा और सब घूम जाएगा।
If that was shocking enough, hear how netas line up at the doors of the clerics to target opponents.
फार्म में ना लिखे लाया गया था,
अच्छा,
कि मोदी का चेहरे पे कालिक लगा दो और ये कर दो और वो कर दो। हम क्यों करेंगे, हम क्यों बोलेंगे?
आपको कभी ऐसा इच्छा नहीं हुआ क्या?
हम क्या इच्छा करें, हमको क्या जरूरत पड़ी थी? कोई फायदा तो हमको था नहीं कि हिंदुस्तान के प्राइम मिनिस्टर को मैं ऐसा बोल के क्या लाभ हासिल किया? रुपया पैसा दौलत कुछ नहीं।
हाँ, क्या आपको उस टाइम क्या कहा कि आप ये पढ़ दो?
हाँ, ये बोला है। हम तो मीटिंग कुछ और कर रहे थे।
He has dropped names of Trinamool Congress leaders, member of parliament, suggesting they are the people who coerced him to read a fatwa that was written on a minority forum letterhead, a letterpad, and was given to him, and he simply read that out as an instruction being issued to him by a top Trinamool Congress leader.
The unprecedented political sting has started a massive political war.
ये जो दुकानें हैं वोटों की मंडी है, इस वोटों की मंडी में बीजेपी तो जाने वाली है नहीं। अब बहुत सी पार्टियां हो सकता है लाइन लगाएं उस वोटों की मंडी में, वोटों की खरीद फरोख्त करने वाले जो वोटों के ठेकेदार हैं उनसे मिलने।
This is unfortunately nothing but short of corrupt practices, and I think that this revelation or the material that you have collected should go to the Chief Election Commission.
A stunning disclosure with serious implications, but one question towers above it all. Did cash turn Muslims against BJP? Bureau Report, Times Now.
And for more on the story, we have a guest joining us live. Shazia Ilmi, spokesperson of the BJP, is with us. Shubrasha, author, is with us. We have here in our studios Shehzad Poonawala, lawyer. We will, of course, be joined soon by TMC's senior lawyer, Manishankar Chatterjee. At this point of time, we have Samsher Khan Pathan, president of the Awami Vikas Party, and Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist, with us. Ashutosh Mishra, let me begin with you, sir. What do you make of these revelations? Barkati coming out and very clearly saying that the secular tag is for sale.
So what is happening here, as this man is missing all the whistles and bells that he used to have, and in the same sting, if you hear, he talks about Shahi Imam meeting Vajpayee ji. and later he whines about Shahi Imam having a hotel. So it looks more like an advertorial of a man who is trying to become a sort of vote dalal.
Who was his previous client?
He's frustrated,
who was
and I don't.
This service provider?
If he has that much,
who was the vote ka saudagar before this?
Power.
इनके पहले क्लाइंट कौन थे?
कौन
ममता दिखा रहा था इस माया इमाम को?
Why would have been sacked?
अरे इस ममता कौन दिखा रहा था माया इमाम को? जरा टटोलिए अपने आप को.
And fact of the matter is, it's even more interesting. It's
you know,
even
TMC
more interesting
has a logo of a sapling. Who planted this sapling in the fields of secularism?
He's also
who planted this sapling which has bloomed like this, like the TMC flowers in the field of secularism, where you go to harvest your vote before elections.
What he's trying to do is star everyone, bring bad name to Muslims unnecessarily.
He's not bringing any bad name to Muslims. He's bringing bad name to those who purchase the votes of people without doing any work for them.
He has been paid to say this.
He's bringing a bad name to those who done nothing on such a committee report, but just use Muslims for votes.
He can take money to say all this. He's going to take. He can take this.
Who was his previous benefactor?
Take anybody's name, take money, and try to badmouth on behalf of people. On behalf of people who have failed to deliver.
Okay, let me just come in over here. Ashutosh, I have a specific question on this. Ashutosh, one moment. I have a specific question on this, and I just want to read 2 lines from the transcript which specifically mention that entire aspect of a fatwa to Prime Minister Modi. He says that a TMC MP came to him with a sheet of paper, said that so-and-so have asked you, other TMC leaders have asked you to read it in public. He says the entire country is saying this, that I have been used and sidelined. The most important thing is that our family had a reputation, stature, someone who issues fatwa. It has been so since my father's time. This stature was misused and I was used to win Asansol and other seats. Whatever you say is in front of you. Now, Ashutosh Mishra, this is very specific. A very specific question. We all know about that fatwa. I don't want to get into the specifics of it. It's all there in the public domain. But this kind of a revelation that TMC leaders were specifically behind it. They came and told him to actually issue this fatwa. Now, this is a very, very serious and a damning charge.
This is just a charge till it is proved. Anybody can say that I was made to do something.
It's a very serious charge, Ashutosh Mishra. You're just trying to water down the charge, and I can appreciate that you would want to do that. But don't dismiss it.
This is a man who is out of power. He is a man out of power.
There were days when you could dial a pizza, now you can dial a fatwa.
That he can do anything under pressure. Maybe there is pressure on him.
Like you can order a pizza, you can order a fatwa.
To say this, all this.
Let him make his point, then let him
it's all on this. And we should also know that imams are not spiritual leaders. They lead the namaz, but they are not spiritual leaders.
No, but they can influence voters, certainly, sir. Sir, they can certainly influence voters, and that's all we are saying. That's all that this string brings out. Okay, I want to bring in Shehzad on this. Is this person not believable? Is he certainly not a credible person, Shehzad? The TMC used him repeatedly in election after election, as he's saying, and now suddenly it is not credible, says Ashutosh Mishra.
Since Mr. Mishra's own arguments have exposed him, I just have very little to add that if he was not credible, why was fertilizer being given to him to bloom him like the TMC flower for so many years altogether on the secular fields? And now when he is no longer giving you the harvest of Muslim votes because you have probably imported some 40 lakh votes from another destination, now you think that you can create other Maya Imams and other Maya whatever you want to create for a Mahagathbandhan. Now you want to discard him. But Ashutosh Mishra, his history is very clear, and he has said on candid camera as to how this fatwa was ordered like an Italian pizza. You must tell us that is this the politics of secularism? You stop the triple talaq bill for Muslim women in parliament, but you order a fatwa against your political rivals.
There have been a case where Mr. Amit Shah is going to Kolkata and he has been ordered that you get someone to say something on camera. And he may have taken money to say all this.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry, Mr.
Mishra.
This sting operation was done far before Mr. Amit Shah actually went to Calcutta, but I don't think we should get into these kinds of arguments. Let me bring in our other panelists at this point of time.
This is planning.
Mr. Samsher Khan, one second, just hold on.
Ashutosh Mishra,
please, let's not go into this realm of ridiculous arguments. Please, I request you, let's keep this argument sane, sir. Let's not take it down to this level. Let me bring in other panelists as well. Samsher Khan Pathan. End of the day, this is a very, very serious matter. This is a very...
sting that you have
Ashutosh
shown.
Mishra,
I have
please.
seen that sting and so I
Ashutosh
put it
Mishra,
from
please.
there.
This is a sting operation that has been done. It is all on tape. Everything, it's there for all to see. Please, let's not get into these kind of puerile arguments. Now, Shamsher Khan Pathan, direct question to you. At the end of the day, what this sting exposes is very, very serious. The fact that votes are on sale, specifically Muslim votes.
Madhav, this is a very serious matter and we are ashamed of all this thing. Please don't take it on a political ground. Actually, who was benefited, who will be benefited, like that Mamta used them, now BJP will use them. Don't make it a political. Please, it is a very sorry state of affair of our country and my community. We are ruined by these people. These bastard people.
No, please, let's be careful of our language, sir.
I will hang this man.
Sir, request all to be careful of their language.
Him.
I understand this is a very emotive issue, but requesting you to be careful about the words you use.
Such type of people, such type of people, a brave, broad, great shame to us. Is not one Barkati. There are 100 of Barkatis in our community. Many Barkatis are in our community. They are working for the Dalal, like Dalal they are working.
And I'd like to say on national television here that we do not subscribe to the language that is being used by our panelists. We have the disclaimer in any case. But let me say that once again, Mr. Shamsher Khan Pathan. Mr. Shamsher Khan, please let's not use such words. Let's keep this political debate very civil. Let's not use all sorts of invectives.
Please don't make it a political issue. Everybody is responsible.
But why is it not a political issue, sir? So let me ask you, why is it not a political issue? When political parties for years on it, Mr. Pathan, listen to me. When political parties for years on it use this individual, how can you say it is not a political issue?
Only political party.
Yes.
Madhav, let me come in.
Shazia, yes, Shazia.
Let me come in. It is a political issue. It is a political issue. It is only about politics. It is only about elections. It is only about using these imams whose status grew and here amassed such huge stature only because of TMC, because he was doing a quid pro quo for Mamta Banerjee, appeasement politics. So it is only about politics, it is only about electoral gains, it is that's all. There is nothing religious about it. There is nothing to do with the community. The community is, that's what I'm saying. No, please be quiet, sir.
What you're talking?
And I do not approve of the language you used. So I first of all
don't make it a political issue, please.
I do not want to join cause with you in abusing anybody on national television.
All Muslims should cry.
It is a political issue. It is only about politics.
You are making a political issue.
It is only about politics. These imams, and we've been seeing them day in and day out.
Not one Barkati, there are 100 of Barkati in our community.
Whether it's a nikah halala issue, whether it's an NRC issue, whether it's an NRC issue, whether it's a Bangladeshi infiltrators issue, whether it's Bangladeshi infiltrators or NRC issue.
These people have brought the country to the level of the scheduled caste.
You know, I can't speak with this man constantly talking. Allow me to speak. Let him speak then.
No. Yeah, this is the community matter. You should light on it.
Yes.
Community matter.
Be quiet.
Don't make it
politicized. I want to speak.
Okay, Mr. Pathan, please let's keep this civil. Mr. Pathan, please let's keep this civil.
I won't be able to say.
Mr. Pathan.
No, let me finish
Shamsher Khan Pathan, I'm talking to you, sir. Let's keep this civil. Let's speak one at a time, not over each other.
As much as he wants.
Mr. Shamsher Khan Pathan, please. Mr. Shamsher Khan Pathan. Okay, I'm going to lower your fader now, Mr. Pathan, if you don't keep quiet. Let us all speak one at a time. I do not like people speaking over each other. And we are going to keep this debate civil. Shazia Elmi is going to speak and then you will respond to that, Mr. Pathan. Shazia Elmi.
So he achieved... So Imam Barkati is known as a big rabble-rouser. He is also known as a big manager of the vote bank politics. He has issued many fatwas, many regressive fatwas. Is only when it became unbearable for Mamta Banerjee and untenable did she reduce his stature, which she achieved at a huge cost. Now these are the imams, these are the clerics who scream on the top of their voice, and all they do is control Muslims and control not just their politics but their fate and their fortune. These are the people who've kept Muslims away from the good governance of BJP. They use NRC, they use Bangladeshi infiltrators, they use triple talaq, all these issues they use from time to time again only for politics. Let me tell you, Madhav, there is nothing religious, There is nothing spiritual about them.
Nothing religious, nothing spiritual about them.
Underprivileged, marginalized women to the brink.
Very important point. Very important point that you made, Shazia. I'm going to let...
They're politicians and the worst kind of politicians.
Yes, let me get a response now from Mr. Pathan. Mr. Pathan, the question is this. Mr. Pathan, please, I am requesting you time and again. Please wait for your turn. I will come to you, sir. What is the hurry? We have an entire hour to debate this issue. I will come to all of you. Significant point that Shazia Elmi has made over there. She says these people are the worst kind of politicians. Okay. This is nothing spiritual about these individuals. They have cheated people. They have cheated the citizens and kept them backward. That's what Shazia Elmi is saying.
Yeah, that is, I am on that point only. I am on that point only, Madhav.
No, why
so
why should law excommunicate these people? They fight for triple talaq to remain on the statute books. But they will not fight against these people representing the community. Even now, Shamsher Khan Pathan is calling him Imam. He's not saying that I will not use the term Imam. I will only call him Barkati for his Harkati. But he's saying I will call him Imam. This is the legitimacy they give. They say we will not go into the politics. Why not go into the politics? There is a model which gives laptop and Quran to somebody, and there is a model which says rent a cleric. They want to be with rent a cleric model. This is the Bengal model, rent a cleric. Rent a cleric, scare them and then push them in a corner, do nothing for them. I am not a Barkati, you are a Harkati. What kind of a police officer? You have no control on your language, you have no control on your timing, you keep firing. This was the way you were a police officer. You kept firing non-stop.
I am not a broker. I am not pimp like you. That tomorrow, yesterday, you were with the Congress. Now you are with the BJP.
Sir, at least I am with the country. At least I am not. I am at least not against the country spirit. At least I am with the country. At least I am with the constitution. I am not the man like you who says let triple talaq remain.
You are the Barkati.
I am with the women of this country. You are against them.
Gentlemen, Mr. Pathan.
Always misguided.
Mr. Pathan being a foul mouth.
Shahzad,
What you talking? Don't teach us.
Shahzad, we are veering away from the debate. Mr. Pathan,
it's not about me or you. It's about what you have done to this community.
Let's not get personal. Let us not get personal, Mr. Pathan. Shahzad, wait. Mr. Pathan, Mr. Pathan, for the second time in this debate, or rather the third time, I am requesting you not to fly off the handle. We are going to keep this debate civilized. However much you may try to provoke other panelists, let us stick to the point. No, please, Mr. Pathan. Mr. Pathan, now, please. We've had a lot of time being wasted on side issues. Let us discuss the core issue. The core issue is the sting operation, and I want to bring in Subrashta on this. Subrashta, the important part of all of this is that political parties have for years used a person like Barkati. For years they have had him, come out during rallies to speak to voters, to talk to them, and now the truth is out in the open that ultimately he's just a gun for hire.
Mr. Madhav, if political correctness were to be thrown to the winds to give the viewers of your show tonight a real picture of what is happening in this country, let us not shy away from the fact that in the political circles of political strategists of those political parties who've treated Muslim as vote banks, Muslims were called vitamin M. And this kind of politics exposes thoroughly the fangs of fatwa politics. It exposes quite thoroughly the carefully crafted caucuses of Muslim vote banks, where an average Muslim voter in India was reduced to being just a vote bank. There was no identity of a Muslim woman. There was no identity of a Dalit Muslim. There was no identity of a Muslim woman living in rural areas who might have aspirations different from an urban Muslim youth studying in Delhi University, or a Muslim youth studying in AMU who has never even never had the kind of exposure that somebody in JNU would have. This politics has reduced this entire variety of Muslim population, a cross section of Muslim population, to a reductionist view of what it is to be just a Muslim vote bank. And Imam Barkati, whatever he said, it should not surprise us. It just formalizes the informal narratives which go on social media, on Twitter, and so on and so forth. A lot of people might not have the sophistication with which this argument is taking place in your studios. But this exposes what this country is going through. It is a warning and an instruction to the voters of this country that 2019 elections is going to be a bloodbath for most political parties who are not going to ask votes in the name of development and so on and so forth, but they are going to fight for the survival.
Okay.
All kinds of mathematical calculation would take place.
Very
all
important
kind
point.
Of permutations and combinations
Very
would
important
take place.
point.
And people like Imam Bukhari, just one moment. And people like Imam Bukhari would actually negotiate for an entire Muslim population without even being a spokesperson of their own selves.
Okay.
So I don't know where we are headed.
Okay, important question, and we have Manishankar Chatterjee, lawyer and TMC sympathizer, joining us now on the panel. Mr. Manishankar Chatterjee, thank you so much for joining us. But very important that the TMC explain its position on this, because clearly here is a man who publicly, in fact, has come out and has campaigned, has sent his own supporters to campaign for the TMC, and now coming out and revealing the truth that various aspects, various political statements were given by him, A, only for money, and B, because of the kind of pressure the TMC leaders have put on him.
First of all, I want to say, kindly mind it, I think that you have no idea, and that the persons who are joining the panel, no idea about the relation of Imam Barkati with the Mamata Banerjee. I have seen the last 20 years, the Imam Barkati always supporting Mamata Banerjee for removing the left front from the West Bengal. But I actually, the other panelists from the BJP don't have any idea about the relationship. Now the Mamata Banerjee become a spotlight of the Indian politics and sees the discussion in the Indian politics. There is no question of purchasing vote from the Muslim by the Trinamool Congress. It is totally false.
Sir, would you like to hear the clip again?
Oil protected in the West Bengal.
Do you want to hear the clip again, Mr. Chatterjee?
In the West Bengal from the beginning.
Which clip do you want to hear?
Do
you want to hear the clip in which he says how money is actually exchanging hands? Do you want to hear a clip in which he says how the fatwa was brought out because certain leaders, including a member of parliament of the TMC, came and asked him? No, Mr. Manishankar Chatterjee, tell me, what do you want to hear? Have you heard what he has said in the first place? I am asking you, Mr. Manishankar Chatterjee, have you heard what Mr. Barkati has said?
No,
have you heard what
no
Barkati has said?
Money because
do you want to listen to it once more?
Because
can I refresh your memory, sir?
Because
Mr. Chatterjee, do you want to listen to what Mr. Barkati has said? First and foremost, please tell me that. I can play that tape right now for you, for your benefit. Do you want that to be played right now? Do you want that to be played right now, Mr. Chatterjee? I'm asking you a direct question.
Yes.
Do you want me to play that clip right now?
Yes.
Okay, listen to this clip. Listen to this clip where he talks about how the Muslim vote and how he talks about the role of money in relation to the Muslim vote. Listen to this, Mr. Manishankar Chatterjee.
मुसलमान का जो वोट शेयर है ये पूरा पैसा का खेल होगा,
ये पैसे से बदल जाएगा। और हम बता रहे हैं कि बंगला के अंदर बहुत सेंटीमेंट बदला हुआ है, क्योंकि मुसलमान बंगला के जो है वो अब अंदर अंदर बीजेपी को प्यार कर रहे हैं।
आप करवा रहे हैं?
हम नहीं करवा रहे हैं, प्यार खुद ही करवा रहे हैं। क्योंकि जो मेरे साथ हुआ है ना, तो उसका बहुत बैड इफेक्ट पड़ रहा है, क्योंकि सभी मानते हैं हमको।
हाँ, लेकिन
ये अखबार मशीद ये उल्टा पुल्टा लिखने से थोड़ी खराब हो जाएगा कोई।
ये चीज कोई बोलता नहीं है, लेकिन ये 28% वोट शेयर
28 से 29 30 है, अभी 30 का आ गया है।
30% जो वोट शेयर, लेकिन पूरा पैसा का
इसमें से पूरा अकेले। और बीजेपी का जो दावा है कि 26 सीट पाएंगे, 26 नहीं 28 सीट पा लेगी।
कैसे?
हालात ऐसे हैं
ये पूरा।
हाँ, जहाँ मोहम्मद अली का पंच लगा उसके बाद खुद ब खुद गिरेगा वोट।
ये बंगाल में हमेशा से होता रहा है कि पूरा ये 28% ये मुस्लिम वोट जो है ये हमेशा पैसा का खेल हुआ है।
बिल्कुल हुआ है। इसी मर्तबा इलेक्शन में अगर मुसलमान नहीं वोट देते तो फेंका जाती। माया इमाम चाहिए, शाही इमाम माया
बहुत हो गया।
हाँ, माया आ गया। अब शाही इमाम माया है, बुखारी भी आ जाएगा, जहाँ वहाँ फेंक देगा 5 करोड़।
You heard that specifically. You heard that specifically in the last election. If this had not happened, TMC would not have won the polls. Manishankar Chatterjee, what more do you want as proof?
No. It is who says this in the public? In the public domain, he says about this matter.
Yes,
in
sir.
the public domain, is not.
Sir, he has been stung, sir.
I don't know. It is a.
Sir, this is a sting where he is clearly speaking. This is clearly. This is not us saying it. This is not a BJP spokesperson saying it. This is not a left spokesperson saying it. Why are you in denial?
He says in the one way No, he says in the one way and BJP interpret in the another way, because the Mamata Banerjee, after formation of Trinamool government, several scheme opened, Kanyasri, Jubasri, several scheme, and the Muslim, the poor family men is given opportunity. That's why he says the following.
Sir, please, we are not talking about the development schemes of Mamata Banerjee here. We are not talking about the development schemes of Mamata Banerjee here. That can be the subject of another debate. Mr. Manishankar Chatterjee, specific question that is coming to you about how the Muslims in the state of West Bengal have been cheated. And that is what is being brought out by this gentleman here.
And I want to respond to Mr. Chatterjee.
Yes, okay, quick response from
Subhrashta. Illiterate.
Quick response from
Mr. Chatterjee.
Is he deliberately trying to ignore the facts?
You are the only person that he says for the all over all the Muslim. He want to say that development scheme
Mr. Chatterjee, you must understand one thing.
Muslim
the state of Bengal has been reduced to constituencies today.
Yes.
And when I say that, I am making a very studied political statement where the border districts of Bengal have been demographically calculated and manipulated to serve your interests, Mamata Banerjee's interests. Let me not deviate from the core issue. We all know that Muslims in West Bengal have been made puppets in the hands of Mamata Banerjee. So let us not try and derail the topic into a place where you will really have to hide for cover.
Okay.
What you have done to West Bengal, and as a Bengali Hindu, you should understand the pain of Hindus in West Bengal.
Okay.
So what Mr. Imam Barkati has said is just a tip of the iceberg.
Subhrashta, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt over here. We have to slip into a quick break now. We will get a response from Mr. Manishankar Chatterjee as well, but we have to go in for a quick break. This debate will continue on the other side.
The News Hour Special Edition will be right back after this break.